First of all, a very warm welcome to 2023 and a very happy and prosperous new year. In this video, we're going to be talking about the checklist to successful position trading for 2023 using my 30 years of experience. This is a document to give you 100% rules-based trading and introduce you to my 30 million 2023 challenge. Yes, it's ultra ambitious, and I hope you're going to enjoy the journey for this year. So onward and upward, we are going to go into the markets, by the way. It is the 1st of January 2023, so the markets are closed, and there's a bank holiday tomorrow on Monday in the UK, so volumes are going to be ultra light. But the things we're going to go through in the next few minutes is we're going to go through the daily chart rules. So these rules have to be in place before we put on any trades. And if you've got the advanced pro charts, then you'll know exactly what the rules are. We're going to dial down to the 4-hour trading chart and those rules before we enter a position. And I'm also going to go into the gold trading software, which on analysis for the last year in 2022 has been the most profitable way of trading, and I really want to go over that with you and the rules that we'll go through. The double tops, double bottoms and the order blocks are fantastic. They give us great trading opportunities, often against the trend, but that's okay, and the risk to rewards are enormous. So the daily chart rules, let's go through them before we go into the markets and see what opportunities are coming up in the next few days. On the daily chart, we use several indicators, but our main thing for a buy is green for a buy and red for a sell. This makes it a lot easier in terms of deciding which direction you want to go, especially if you're just starting out on your journey. The indicators we use the 7 EMA versus the 20 EMA. The MACD histogram, the buy and sell arrows, these are automatically drawn on your chart if you have the advanced pro charts. The TM is where all the buyers or sellers are in, although when we have a swing low or a swing high, this indicator may not agree. So I'll give you some details on that. So here's the daily chart. So as I said earlier, the red is sell, green is buy. Very simple. Anyone can follow this. You don't have to be advanced to understand that. It's very, very simple. But one of the things that you look out for is the sell, which is automatically given on your chart. You have the 7, which is the red line, versus the blue line, which is the 20-day moving average. If you are going to position trade this, and it would be recommended that you do, you simply trail your stop with the blue line until you're stopped out. That way you maximize the move. Now in terms of swing highs and swings lows, what I meant about the TM, as you can see here, this is the Aussie, I think, and this is obviously going short, but a pullback, a retracement, a correction, whatever you want to call it, is all that is. On the 4-hour chart, it would look like it may even be reversing, but it's not. So, and as you can see, the TM has a set of buyers coming in, but we're not concerned about that. We're just looking for the 4-hour chart to confirm an onward downward spiral. Notice the MACD as well, the histogram below the 0 line, the signal line below below as a sell as well. So this is a continuation of a sell as well. Four-hour chart. The 4-hour chart is where we're looking for swing highs or swing lows. This gives us a great opportunity with low risk and high reward trades. The indicators we use here are order blocks, double top, double bottom software, which is automatically drawn on your chart with the advanced pro charts. The 50 EMA, price has to be above the 50 EMA, or for a buy, and below the 50 EMA for a sell. And the stochastic we use, we're looking for oversold conditions in an uptrend. So the daily has to be in an uptrend, i.e. the 7 EMA is above the 20, and overbought in a downtrend. And then, of course, we've got the buy, sell arrows, which are ultimately drawn on your advanced pro charts. So this is a 4-hour chart. And as you can see, what we're looking for in an uptrend, this is the Euro Canadian, by the way. And what we're looking for is pullbacks for the stochastic to be oversold above the 50-day moving average. And then the next thing we're looking for is a buy signal. And then you work out your risk reward. So there's a nice position here. For instance, the stochastic is oversold in an uptrend above the 50-day moving average and on an order block as well. So this is fantastic. Rarely will you get a double bottom. You may do on the hourly chart or 30-minute chart, but very rarely on the 4-hour chart here. The double bottoms are usually reversal points. So there's one position here. There's another position at the lower time frame. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 opportunities. Now, of course, it's going to run out of steam eventually. And what happens is you tend to get an order block, a red order block, which is a sell zone. So these buy zones, these green order blocks, are buy opportunities along with the buy signals that ultimately generate. So on to the double tops, double bottoms. Now, these are really, really important because they offer you exceptional opportunities throughout the trading week. And there are a couple coming up now, which I'm going to show you for the next few days. So watch until the end if you can, because then I'll give you the opportunities which are coming up. But you need to understand how these work first and why they work. So in this instance, you can see there's a double top here. I can't remember which one this was. I think this is the Hong Kong 33. Might be wrong. But nonetheless, what we can see here, we have a double top. So what I do here, I draw a line here where the first top is and then the second top. So that gives me an idea of the resistance area. In this instance, double bottom will be obviously the reverse. And we have a massive order block here at the top, if you can see that. So this gives us an opportunity to get into the position. I will be getting in early. Now, one of the most successful trades or series of trades I've had this year is with gold, where I use the 2-4-6 method. If you haven't heard of that, then you can contact me and ask questions on that. But basically, you're going to... didn't mean to do that. You're going to open a position, several positions, 3 positions on gold. I'll go over that in a minute. But this year, I'm going to be using this on the double top, double bottom opportunity. So instead of having just one position, I'm going to have 2. So double the positions at 2% each. So I'm happy to risk 4% of my account size with a stop here. So this is an example of a potential trade here, which is coming up. So your stop will be into the resistance area above the previous high. So what we're doing, we're challenging the price to move back up to this area. Now, ideally, you want to have your stop higher than this. You want to have your stop above this order block, really, because it gives you every opportunity to stay in the position during the trade. What can happen, of course, is the price moves back up into the order block and then moves down again. But one of the beauties of this, you have 2 targets to aim for as well. You have the first target, which is the neckline here. So what my first position will be target 1 on my first position. So that will close automatically once it hits that. and then I'll have a second target which is automatically drawn on your chart by the auto software, by the Advanced Pro charts, and that is your second trade. Upon achieving that first target, I will close automatically, move my stop automatically to break even wherever I've entered. So this gives me the opportunity to bank a very large number here, which is the first target, but it also offers me the opportunity to get to the second target with zero risk. And that's really important. Now, this is position trading. This is holding a position for a few weeks or a month or whatever it might be. It doesn't matter. But you have to commit to this. Once you commit to this, you are going to set and go. You're going to forget it. This is going to make money overnight. This is not going to make money instantly. It will move up and down. And eventually it will give way, hopefully, and reach our target. So target 1 here and target 2 here. As soon as target 1 is hit, I will be moving my stop to break even. So this, if it's going to continue downwards, for instance, is going to bank a whole load more money. So I'm not just looking at making 4%, which I would normally do. I'm looking at making between 10 and 20% on one position. So this is where the rewards are going to be very high and great fun to watch as well. Allow me to jump up to the gold software. This is the gold software, which is fantastic. It works really well. If you want to be a scalper, then this is really good. So what do we do here? We wait for the breakout, and then we wait for the pull down to the 50-day moving average, and we get another buy signal on the 5-minute chart. A couple of important things here. You have to have 2 support lines. One is green and one is blue. If you have that, then the continuation is going to go up. There's no doubt about that. The 246 method, as I mentioned earlier, is whereby we have the entry point. I have a 2-pip target, a 4-pip target, and a 6-pip target. These are highly successful, and what it means, I have 3 positions, risking 2% on each time. But the 2-pip target equates to 20 pips in real money, and the 4 pip is 40 pips, and the 6 pips is 60 pips. Now, the key to this is the price only has to move 6 pips, 60 pips, to bank 120, because you've got 3 positions open. So highly successful, and it works really well. If you've got the time to do it, if you don't have the time, that's fine. You don't have to do it. So my name is Chris. We're going to go into the markets now where there's some opportunities. If you want to ask me any questions at any time, I'm there for you to support you for 2023. You can email me, you can DM me on Telegram, or you can contact me on social media. So on to the markets, and I'm not going to do a full-blown analysis. It's New Year's Day. There's a bank holiday tomorrow. Volumes have been literally on the floor for the last week or two. So I'm going to go over the DXY, and there's a couple of opportunities coming up on the Hong Kong 33, and also oil I'm going to cover, and the US yen. There's a couple of opportunities coming up which I'll go over for you in the next few days. I will be doing a DVA, daily video analysis, for members only. So if you want to be a member, then the links are below if you want to do that. So this is the DXY, and as we can see from the daily analysis, we can see that the 7 is below the 20 and everything is red. Okay, so this has been selling for quite some time, as we know, but now it's difficult to sell this now or believe it's going to sell. It could continue, there's no doubt about it, and the target may be 10184, as you can see, the support area here. But there's a bit of a problem, as you can see. This is now sitting on a very important order block, the green zone. So we could see a price move back to somewhere around 104.88. It's currently 103.49 before any change in direction. The trend is certainly down, and we don't expect any massive moves yet, but there's a big order block here as well, a sell zone as well. So we could find that this price just moves up to the sell zone before it rolls over, could reach 105.50, somewhere about the middle here before it moves over. Let's go to the 4-hour chart, where we also can see a few clues as to what's going on. And as we can see here, let's get rid of that, we can see a nice double bottom here, which we love. Not quite hitting the order block, but it could do in the next few days or the next few hours if it moves tomorrow. As I said, bank holiday Monday here in the UK, so volumes are going to be very light. It may liven up in the afternoon where I'll do the DVA, and we may see some nice positions. We don't trade the US dollar index, but nonetheless this gives us a clue as to what's going to be happening in terms of the dollar probably going up in the next few days. So on to the red hot trades, which I think are going to be the first ones for 2023. This is the Hong Kong 33, and as you can see, we have a double top on an order block, which is really important, and another order block has been made as well, which is important. And what we're likely to see is a pullback up to about 19,882, where we will be looking to enter a trade. And as I mentioned, there'll be two positions I'll be going live in on the daily video analysis. You'll be able to see those trades go live, and you'll be able to see the results. I'm also putting together a new software Excel spreadsheet where it's going to blow your mind. It's really looking good, but it's a lot of detail I've got to go over first. My software guys are working on it now. So what we'll do will be entering a position if we get another sell signal, and the first target will be 18,858. As I mentioned, as that price is reached, I will be moving my second position to break even, where the target is going to be, as mentioned previously, 17,606. The other red hot position is the US yen. This needs to be driven by the DXY. As the DXY looks to move up into at least a retracement correction, this will drive the US yen higher. We have a double bottom, which is perfect on an order block, which is perfect. I've drawn a line here, not very thick. Let me just widen that for you a little bit so you can see that. Price has not reached down to that. This is what I'm hoping for. 130.55, 130.50 is going to be the opening position. Now don't worry if you don't get in at the early stage of this, because what will happen is like this one here. This is a 4-hour chart, so there's no rush. But then you're looking for a buy signal to come into your chart. Once you get that, then that's your entry point. Your stop is below the order block, because you want to give yourself every opportunity. So in this instance, I've just done a pre-calculation here. It's going to be about 74 pip. Stop maybe even narrower if you get into the bottom here. And your target, guess what? Target number 1, 134.50. And target number 2 is just below that area here. I've got a target here of 138.44, but I'm going to actually take it down slightly, 138.20 or even 138. 0 numbers are really very attractive to the markets, and they're like a magnet. So maybe even 138, I'll look at that in the next 24 hours or so. But I think that's it. US Swiss, I'm still in that. We had a double bottom, if you remember, a week or two ago, and entered, and now it's pulled back with low volumes, of course. So the US currency, the DXY, will drive this as well. We have an inside bar as well, by the way. which is looking positive. Now, when you're working out your stops, even though it might be below the order block, which is sensible, 9200 is a round number and very attractive to the market. So if you are going to be putting in a position, make sure your stop is, in this instance, 0.9190. Make sure it's below the magic number, the round figure. So we have a target here of 94.79 in this instance. So there's a few things setting up. The Hong Kong 33, look out for that. The US Swiss is probably going to make another move, and if you're not in it already, then you can just simply wait for the buy order to come in. The buy signal, which probably generate in the next few 24 hours or so, and of course the US yen. From Chris, have a wonderful New Year's Day, and I'll be doing the DVA tomorrow afternoon during the New York session.